First of all, I would like to thank you for coming to see me.
Thank you.
And my question will be, what does it mean for the existential therapy to deal with some phenomenological ideas and with some phenomenological questions and problems?
Right.
What does it mean for existential therapy to use these phenomenological ideas and some questions? And what exactly existential therapy takes from phenomenology?
Right. Well, first of all, I have to say that there is no single existential therapy. Probably every existential therapist practices a particular variation. So the idea of talking about a kind of singular existential therapy, that would be false. So I can really only talk about the way that I have understood existential therapy. And for me, the starting point was Husserl. So the first book I picked up trying to figure out what are these people talking about was one of Husserl's books. It was Ideas, which is a crazy book to pick up and read. And so for me, he became the foundational influence. What I think I got from that was primarily the focus on the method of investigation, or a method of investigation, that is concerned, as I understand it, with really investigating from as open-minded a position as you are willing and able to adopt. And that struck me as being not only obvious and sensible, but also the most difficult thing to attempt to do, but probably also the most valuable thing. And maybe the thing that I had been missing when I had myself been a client in therapy, that the kind of investigation that was being asked had a totally different quality to it. So for me, at the heart of whatever it is that I call existential therapy is that investigative method. And of course, Husserl himself wrote about how that method has its limitations and requires to be in a sense altered if you're going to use it for psychological purposes. So it's nowhere near the kind of the pure phenomenological investigation that might be addressed in his books, but it is something that respects it or tries to respect it. For me, Husserl is the fountainhead, and all the other important and lesser important phenomenologists and existential thinkers really are deeply indebted to what he has to say. At a personal level, the idea of the Lebenswelt, the life world, really touched me in a very significant way. And I've tried to express and understand that psychotherapeutically from this idea of trying to understand this idea of relatedness and the different variations of relatedness that we have given to it. So that's the sense I have.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.